40% of marketers are tracking an email metric that stopped being real years ago. And if you're one of them, you are probably also deleting your best leads without even knowing it. How do I know this? Well, HubSpot surveyed over 300 email marketers to uncover the real gaps in how teams are running their email programs. The results? A little unsettling. The metrics and habits that most teams built their email workflow around, they don't work anymore. In fact, for a lot of teams, those same habits are actively costing reach and revenue. But don't panic, I pulled 5 trends from the data that change how you should be thinking about email in 2026. We're gonna go over what's broken, why it's broken, and exactly how to fix it. By the end of this video, you will have a plan to future-proof your email marketing machine. Everything that I'm referencing today is inside the free 2026 email marketing growth playbook linked below. You'll find the survey data bundled with a few free tools to help you see exactly where your email program stands right now. So, are you deleting your best leads? Let's find out. Think about the last tool, service, or product that you seriously considered. You looked into it, maybe even signed up, and then you just paused. Maybe you weren't ready. Maybe the budget was tight. Like, it wasn't a never mind, it was just a not yet. Most people don't make a major purchase decision in one go, but most email lists are built like they do. The data shows that most teams stop sending to contacts who haven't engaged within 30 to 90 days. That means no email open, no engagement activity, no session within your set window. That's called sunsetting, and it's treated like basic list hygiene. But here's the disconnect. The average B2B buying cycle is over 10 months. So when someone signs up and goes quiet while they're comparing options and talking to their team, your automation is removing them right in the middle of their decision window. Not because they said no, just because they didn't act fast enough. So if you think that you might be deleting your best leads, here are a few quick fixes. Ask yourself, how long does it take your ideal customer to make a decision? How often do they buy? Is your business seasonal? Then go into your email platform and find where you define inactive, and then set that window accordingly. There's a free sunsetting calculator inside the bundle. It's the last tab in the health dashboard. Plug in your subscriber count and your current cutoff date, and it's gonna show you exactly how much reach you're giving up. Now, before you remove anybody from your list, you want to try to win them back, and it's easier than you think. Here's why. There's always a quiet middle group. They're not your most engaged people, and they're not completely gone either. They're still interested, maybe just still deciding. They're just not clicking right now. So before you remove anyone, send one simple email. Still want to hear from us? That will tell you more than months of silence ever will, because now you're not guessing who's inactive, you are letting people tell you. And that gives you cleaner data to actually work with. So now your list is healthier, but even with a better list, you can still end up sending the right message to the wrong people at the wrong time. And the data shows that most teams are doing exactly that. If you're using AI for email right now, think about the main thing that you're using it for. I'm gonna guess that is for email content generation. At least for 59% of you it is. If you are part of that group, then you are using AI for the smallest possible piece of the workflow. Teams are using AI for the part that's visible, the writing, and skipping the part that actually moves the needle. You don't want to only use AI to write your emails. You want to use it to decide who gets them. Here's how. Open your last email campaign. Who did you send it to? Your whole list or a specific group? If it was everyone, that's where to start. For your next send, create one smaller group based on something people actually did. Clicked a specific link, bought a specific product, signed up from a specific page. Send them something different than everyone else. This is called behavioral segmentation, and most teams aren't doing it. It's one of the highest leverage things that you can do with AI in email, and it's a lot easier to set up than it sounds. If you use a CRM that has AI built in, which will make your life So much easier. You can create these segments from a simple prompt. Otherwise, just use the filters your email software already gives you. Last click date, sign up source, purchase history. Most platforms already have these built in. Now, this next one is something that many people don't think to do. Ask AI to write a 3-email win-back sequence for people who haven't clicked in 6 months or whatever aligns with your buying cycle. Make sure that you are prompting with context. Who these people are, what they signed up for, and what you want them to do. Here's how to make this a system instead of a one-time thing. I'll show you on HubSpot, but adapt to whatever email platform you use. Create an active segment filtered by last email click date more than 180 days ago. Active means that it updates automatically. Then, create a workflow with the enrollment trigger set to contact joins segment. The moment someone hits that 180-day mark, they automatically get enrolled. Now just attach your email win-back sequence as the action steps. That's it. Set it once, it runs forever. Anyone who goes quiet for 6 months gets the sequence automatically without you touching anything. Now, here's the hard truth. None of the things that we've talked about so far are gonna work if your email isn't worth opening in the first place. Tell me, what was the last marketing email you actually looked forward to opening? What made it different? I'm willing to bet that these 4 quotes sum it up better than I can. Stop selling long enough to deepen your relationships. Offer immediate value beyond advertising. A smaller, engaged list is much more valuable. A click-through rate indicates whether we've effectively done our job. That's from 4 editors at 4 different newsletters. And there's one through line. Stop trying to get something and start trying to give something. Here's how they do it. Your welcome email is your first chance to prove that you deserve to be there. If someone receives your email and can't immediately remember signing up, they are going to hit spam so hard. That one click damages your sender reputation and affects whether your emails actually land in anyone's inbox. Use Curtis's 3-part framework. Remind them where they signed up, tell them what's coming, and give them something valuable before you ask for anything. Now, before you write your next email, ask yourself, what does my reader actually want from this? Not what do you want them to do, what do they want to get? If you can't answer that, rewrite it. Jay's tip, don't look at what your competitors are sending and copy it. Instead, look at what your audience actually wants from them and find a better way to give it. And that moves us perfectly into tip 3. Sarah's team sends 6 days a week. Not because they have to, because their audience told them it became part of their daily routine. You don't need to send 6 days a week, but whatever cadence you choose, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, protect it. Showing up reliably is what turns a subscriber into a habit. Now let's take a second to revisit one of those quotes I showed you. While an open rate can tell us whether a subject line caught a reader's eye, a click-through rate indicates whether we've effectively done our job of engaging a reader with our content. Interesting, right? Do you use Apple's Mail app on your iPhone or your Mac? Well, little known fact, back in 2021, Apple quietly turned on something called Mail Privacy Protection. It allows Apple to preload your emails before you even open them. The side effect of this is that the sender's email platform logs that email as an open, whether the person reads it or not. And it's not just Apple. Gmail's Promotions tab has a similar effect. Some platforms log a tab glance as a full open. So I hate to be the one to tell you, but your open rate stopped being accurate 5 years ago. And I think the most unsettling part of this is that it could be your biggest problem hiding in plain sight. Your emails aren't bouncing, your complaint rates look fine, everything looks good, but the metric that you've been using to measure whether any of it is actually working, it's been counting machine activity as human engagement for a long time. So what should you track instead? The first is click rate, just like Sarah said. A click requires a human to actually do something. So go to your email platform and find your click rate from your last send. That is your real engagement baseline. You can also track replies and purchases. These are signals that tell you whether your emails are actually driving anything. And the last one is monthly active subscribers. It sounds technical, but the idea is simple. Out of everyone on your list, how many people actually did something? Clicked, bought, replied in the last 30 days. That is your real active audience. If that number is low, email platforms start to question whether your emails are worth delivering at all. Yikes. You know how a lot of the marketing emails that you sign up for never quite make it to your main inbox? Well, this is because in 2024, Gmail and Yahoo tightened the rules. They looked at complaint rates, list engagement, and whether you're following proper sending practices. And that is what decides where your email ends up. We've got the primary inbox where people actually read things, a promotions or marketing folder where your email technically arrived, but it's competing with everything else in there, and a lot of people never check it. And we've got spam, where it lands silently. The person never sees it, and every time it happens, it damages your ability to land anywhere good in the future. Eek. And your delivery rate won't tell you which one of those three it landed in. It just tells you that the email left your server. So most teams have no idea that this is happening until their numbers start dropping and they can't figure out why. So here's what to keep your eye on. First, your complaint rate. This is the percentage of people hitting spam on your emails. Gmail and Yahoo have been explicit. Keep it below 0.3%. Above that, and you start sliding into spam for more and more people. Most teams don't monitor this at all. A proper welcome sequence will really help you here. Next, your monthly active subscriber percentage. Out of everyone on your email list, how many actually did something in the last 30 days? If that number drops below 10%, email providers start getting picky about where your emails land, and that's when things quietly start sliding towards spam. And your unsubscribe to open rate, or UTO. For every 100 people who opened your email, how many unsubscribed? If that number is trending up, it means that the people who are seeing your emails don't want them. That's a content or a targeting problem, and it's a warning sign before your complaint rate spikes. So setting up targeted segments like we talked about in Trend 2 is really going to help with this. Now, tracking all three of these things manually across different reports in your email platform is a pain, let's be honest. So if you look in the email marketing bundle linked in the description, there is a free health dashboard that's going to help you with this. Just type in all of your metrics in the blue cells, and you're going to get your real email health score and tips to improve. Something important to remember is that it's okay to have some floppy months. Keep track using the monthly tracker so that you can see if it's a one-off or if you're trending into dangerous territory. So that was a lot. A little unsettling, right? Well, if you feel overwhelmed and don't know where to start with the health dashboard to help you narrow down your biggest problem areas. The marketers who make these changes in 2026 are going to have cleaner lists, better inbox placement, and actual data they can trust. The ones who don't will spend another year optimizing for a number that stopped being real in 2021. Everything I walked through today is inside the free 2026 email marketing growth playbook. The link is in the description. So go download it and run your numbers before your next send. If you like this video, make sure to give it a like and tell me in the comments which of these 5 trends surprised you the most. I have a feeling I know which one it is. And before you go, make sure to subscribe to HubSpot Marketing. We release new videos every week to help you stay ahead in the digital marketing world. My name is Bridget O'Rourke. Thanks so much for hanging out. Feel free to connect with me online, and hopefully I will see you in my primary inbox soon. Bye.